It don't just be me. You think I'm the only weirdo, don't you?
Nah, I actually want to sit there and talk on the podium. They ain't talking now. They ain't talking. I'm telling you now, son.
Who the other weirdo, Bonnie? Yeah, lock her up.
Kamikaze, comrades, bomb,
Hey, normal. Hold on, let me put this right there, bro.
Long ago, rap, make staff, more nice,
Man.
We're gonna do it outside.
off top, noggin bother, niggas on the trip with a gang, heavy droppers, straight dropper, you know, I got the link topper.
Shiny made it home. That's what's up.
Huh?
Said your ass made it home. That's what's up.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm staying this time though. Fuck that shit.
Hell yeah. I'll just keep your baby next to you.
What'd you say, Bonnie?
I'll just keep your girl next to you. They'll keep you out of jail.
Yeah, I'm trying to, man. Keep her next to me and work this job, man.
My girl do too much arguing, man, but it is what it is.
Who you still with Roxy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well,
nigga, I'm on
shit.
the cut, nigga. You know I'm straight loyal.
Right, for sure.
You fuck with me for life.
What y'all got, about 25 years in? 30?
Yeah.
Woo!
25.
Woo! Hit it right on the head.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's an example of a strong black man, though.
For sure.
Hell yeah, loyal.
And a strong woman putting up with his shit.
Hell yeah, man.
You know, a lot of people, you know, veered from keeping the family together.
Right.
You know, I feel bad. I get painted a picture as you know, a person that don't keep the family together.
What was the baby girl's name, Boney? What was your baby girl's name in Colonial Hill?
Agent.
What did you call her though? What was the nickname?
Boo Boo.
Was it Boo Boo? That was the little baby. How old is she now?
21.
Man, what?
Hell yeah, she's 21.
Yeah,
Tori 26. Shit, that's my other daughter. She's 28.
Damn, boy. Damn. Time is definitely ticking. It's moving like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Ain't Lil Roddy 21? I think Lil Rod 21 too.
Yep. T21. That little nigga, he live in Hollywood and shit. He living it up.
Hey man, I wish you would get your show together.
Yeah, you fucking my high up,
man. And I ain't even high, and I'm even fucking mine up too, man.
All right, man. Well, first off, we can get on to a global Earth and the flat Earth debate, which I love. Now, I'm a global Earther, and I'm trying to figure out why do people think that it's that you can go to the end of the world and get stopped by an ice barrier on all sides. Why would someone think that? When they know,
I don't know why they think that dumbass shit. I think the shit infinite. I don't think there's no ending to it. But why they do think it is because it is an ice wall. You understand? And they show you the ice wall. You can't go past Antarctica. And they ain't even teach you about Antarctica. Remember in school when they gave you the map, they kept Antarctica gray. Remember that shit? They wouldn't even teach you about that shit. So we know it's something there they hiding, right? You understand what I'm telling you? So why would a globe person think they can walk in a complete circle on a ball? That's like you an ant and you get up under a basketball. Why would they think that? To me, that sound more far-fetched. To me, that sound like made up shit. You understand?
I mean, but
never saw a real person. Go ahead.
I feel like we got to put common sense into the equation.
Right, that's what we're doing.
I was watching some videos last night about, you know, people just think of the solar system, what they think it of, but it's so many more planets. I discovered like just fucking 12 more planets that nobody even talk about, and every last one of them is shaped like a sphere. So out of about the fucking 30 planets that I done heard of, the lost ones and all that, every last one of them is shaped like a sphere. The only difference I've seen out in our cosmos is the rings of Saturn. Other than that, it's either a darker planet, a lighter planet, a hotter planet, or a colder planet, depending on their position. So why would Earth?
What you looking at? This. What you looking at ain't no motherfucking planets. First of all, no goddamn planets. Them is stars like all the rest of them. Them stars are just closer, bro. And you never see the other side of them, so they can be flat, just standing up, right? So just they don't revolve where you see a ball, goddamn it. You see something flat. It's like I take a CD and I lift the CD up and show you in that angle. It's still flat as fuck. I just lifted it up, but never mind that part.
What's your take on it? 1300.
Well, I mean, they discover planets, new planets, damn near every day. Yeah, a star is actually a planet, but you know, it got to go through its changes. I believe that the world is round, all the other planets is round, and the reason I would say that is because you will have to know, this just the dimensions and just knowing how the world is set up and how everything is set up, and a lot of things come basically off of a circle, or a more professional terminology, a sphere. And that's why the world can never be flat, because flat things can't rotate. Is even if it did rotate, it couldn't rotate on that.
It don't rotate.
Balance it out. Only thing that can really balance that, because you got to think though, the atmosphere has us floating, so you can't just rectangular cannot walk.
Look,
it'll have a tilt, and that tilt will never be able to balance itself out. But see, a sphere can balance itself out if you knew your geometries, if you knew that when we was coming up in school and just doing your own research. A sphere is the only thing that can rotate. You can't drive a car on square wheels. You see what I'm saying?
Here's what we saying. The shit not spinning. First off. See, y'all going by, like you said, what you was taught in school, the big deception. You understand what I'm telling you? If they didn't tell your ass in school this shit was round, and they said it was flat first, and then I came and said, no, it's a ball, y'all laugh at me like a motherfucker. That's why I'm laughing at y'all now. Now look, he ain't told you nothing real. You believe that bullshit NASA told you? All them CGI pictures? You understand, bro? Now look, just because the sun is round and the moon is round, that don't mean the earth is round. Them is them fixtures in the firmament. You understand?
Well, do you understand that the sun and the moon is the stars? Do you understand that the sun and the moon, those are stars also? These are all stars.
All right. Why they not rotating?
But they are rotating.
Okay, there you go. Now you saying the sun. All right, I'm done.
No, the sun is moving just because of the gravitational pull from other planets, and just because the way the Earth rotates off its causes a.
No, I said, why isn't it spinning?
Why isn't it spinning?
Yeah, if if y'all want to use comparisons, everything supposed to be spinning then.
But you got to
So that
think
means I could say
everything
the earth
is
ain't
spinning.
spinning. Listen, I could say the earth ain't spinning, right? Because the moon ain't spinning. Because everything you see up there ain't spinning. Only thing is spinning is earth. See how that works?
But things around Earth are spinning. It's spinning at a different speed compared to what we. Okay, so like just say the faster we might spin, sucking things in, that thing that we sucked in might not necessarily go at the same speed that it's pulled in, but it's moving. Only thing that's at a standstill is things that are not alive. Stars, they're alive. The universe, it's alive. The water, it's alive. So things that's alive is not going to be an eminent object. It's going to be a moving object. But some things that is alive that might need force to move. And that might even take it back to the Big Bang theory of how was the earth created. Something had to happen to cause some energy to cause a star to explode or something. So with something to explode, guess what it caused? It caused it a motion. It causes something to move.
All right, now let me ask you this, Johnny. Hold on, let me ask you something. You rock with the Bible, right?
Yes.
So in your book, it says he made the ground immovable. So why'd you keep saying shit spinning in your own God told you ain't shit spinning? Your own God said it's four corners of the earth. Your own God said it's a firmament, a dome over us. Your God. So don't take it from me. Just take it from your God.
But he never said flat. You never know when now listen, you gotta now, but see, this is what most people don't know. When you refer to the Bible, you gotta look at the Bible spiritually. You can't just look at the Bible from a human perspective. Because once you do that, then you get lost. Then you be like, well, what is? Well, why did that? Then this and that. But once you start thinking spiritually and start looking at things from a spiritual point of view.
So if you wanted to support your argument, then you would say it's spiritually. But if you wanted to be fact, you would say it's literal. It's the oldest trick in the book. What I'm saying is, in the Quran, they say it's flat. In the Bible, it say it's flat. The ancestors say it's flat. The only people that say it's a globe came in what was it, 1960 or something? This is how new this concept is. You know, the first globe they gave you was on Universal Studios, and that was in 1912, where they never even been to outer space yet, and that model looked exactly the same as the model they got now.
But who's to say that they didn't go out of space then? Because you know the government is only gonna give you access. Technology that we got right now on our cell phone, the government had that back in the 50s and the 40s. This same technology that the public had.
1912.
Okay, even to go back to 1912. Even if you go back to the war, you don't think technology that they had was far advanced for that time.
Huh?
Okay, so this is this is what I'm saying then. So in the sense of if you going back, like, so you must say that we got to be the only people in this in the whole world, the galaxy, the whatever then.
I mean, I can't say nothing like that. I could say I don't believe there's no other people out here. I can't say definitively.
See, this is what I see. A lot of people don't understand. Everything don't work mathematically how we calculated things to happen. Like I said, when I was studying this thing about other planets the other night, some things rotate the wrong way, that defy the laws of science. Some planets got 3 suns that defies the law of science. So that's why you got some planets that's freezing cold, and some planets that's a ball of fire. Some planets is made of ice and still on fire at the same time. Things that defy the law of gravity. So
but mathematically, everything coincides with each other. Mathematically.
Who said that?
Some studies of people
Get these
studying on
secrets in the
planets.
world, man.
So what, Bonnie? You think the world is flat?
Yeah, I think it's an infinite plan.
So
Now,
you
one
think it
thing.
just
Yeah, absolutely.
so
now
you
one
think it
thing we was
goes on?
talking
It goes
I
on and
never
on and on.
experienced it. Let's use our
about is
common sense, not the lie.
I
See, now what it
believe
is,
we are stardust. I do believe we have some type of
right, the
stardust.
stars dust is under the firmament. Everything you see up there is under a dome. All them lights you see, that sun, that moon, all them stars, that's under the firmament. You can't leave the firmament. They've been trying to get out of this hell forever, bro. You can't.
So you telling me you don't think that they didn't went outer space?
Nah. They went,
See,
nah, hell no. Hell
I've watched
no. How?
What you mean?
How
because
you
How?
gonna
I'm
drive
watching
all
right
right,
now.
hold on. What's that fear you gotta go through that's like it get like 3,000 degrees
You
and they
got the
saying I'm
hemisphere, you got the
listen,
stratosphere,
listen, let
and
me
you got
tell you.
another fear.
But let me tell you, the most material we got that can withstand this heat is something like 2,000, 2,000 Fahrenheit or some shit. They're saying they're going through a belt that's gonna take them hours in a tinfoil suit, bro. That shit'll melt right then. And then they gotta drive through an asteroid belt. Man, listen, bro. All right. Go ahead. If you think that man landed on the moon, he's crazy.
I mean, see, I subscribe to a lot of NASA channels, so sometimes I just watch their satellites just float around the Earth and stuff like that, and it baffles me. I don't know how people think that that's fake.
I think what's fake. Anything
Being
you can
Earth
and
or being
experience in real
outside.
time is fake to me. Listen, anything I can't experience in real time and I observe in real time, it's a fucking fairy tale.
Okay, but
God
check
damn it.
this
When you
out.
go outside, listen, when you go outside right now, it's flat. Anywhere you go in the world is flat. There's nowhere you can go where it's not flat. So y'all gotta go by what y'all was taught when y'all was in kindergarten. You understand what I'm telling you? We old now. If I never told you the earth was round, you would know it's flat. But they indoctrinated you in the kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Every time they tried to tell you about the globe, but then when you had to do problems, they laid out a flat map. You ain't do no calculations on no damn globe. Never mind.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but then you gotta bring it down to layman's terms and go off of
Simple as I can
okay,
make it.
because
All right, they say the Earth is spinning at what 3,000 miles an hour.
okay, let's just
No,
say
that's the numbers. No, them the numbers.
okay,
But you mean to tell me I don't feel nothing? They say because it's
Right now, let
real
me
big.
but
Now, hold on,
that's
you'll
the
say because it's
laws of
real
nature
big.
though. You
Oh
can't
God.
that's nature and that's the laws of nature. That's the mathematics of how everything comes together and it was just meant. If you take it back
Does it
to the
not feel?
Bible, how
Does it
things
not
is
feel?
just meant to be.
now
If I
look.
put you on a merry-go-round, go ahead,
Y'all,
kid.
you seen the Jurassic Park? I don't know the name of it, but when they have that, like it's like a gyro ball. It's a glass ball. That motherfucker is moving all around. It's moving and spinning. But the guy that's sitting in the middle, that's driving it, he is still staying straight, just like he on Earth.
Now
Oh
you
yeah,
see
yep. Oh
flat
yeah.
Earth. Now you see
Well,
flat Earth because we're in a cosmic egg. I've been told you that. That bubble, he ain't living on the outside of that bubble. He in the inside of it, and it's flat. Never mind, bro. Y'all, never
but
mind.
you
You just
now,
explained my point. No, he
but
just
even if
proved my
you
point. That's what I'm talking about. He
but
proved my
even if
point.
you say that though, Bonnie, because you said he's inside a bubble, and at some point inside that bubble, he's on something flat. And that's causing him not to move and causing everything else around him to be moved off that axis. He's moving off of axles and axes and
Okay, so
rotator
y'all proving
bearings.
my point. Keep proving it. We're in a
Okay,
cosmic egg, which is the firmament. It surrounds the whole flat Earth. That's the atmospheres. That's where you get your spheres from.
okay,
Now, that's around the whole plane. When you inside of that, it's flat, man. If I get a
okay,
round fish
okay,
tank,
okay.
if
So
I get a
now
round
I
fish
agree with
tank,
you, Bonnie. I agree with you because the way you just put it, everything inside the earth is flat. Everything that just the earth itself is round, but we're on the flat surface.
Exactly.
Okay, right. I agree
We
with you
saying
for
the
sure.
land is not round
The
because
land is
for one,
definitely not round, but our planet is round.
well, that makes sense if we gonna count it like that. So basically, it's a double-edged sword.
But you got to think though. There's several layers that makes up the Earth's crust. There's hella layers, and like there's hella layers. But we're definitely on a flat surface. Yes, we live on a flat surface. Yes, I agree with you.
So,
Yep. So
okay,
we
when
big
you flew
gyro
from
ball.
California, when you flew from California to Akron, did you look out the window?
Yeah.
Flat. That whole ride, flat. Do you know water would have to run uphill if the Earth was round, or it wouldn't be no water at the top? You know that?
No, that's because
It's simple
gravity.
stuff.
See,
Did you know the
that's where
horizon
gravity
line
takes
is
place.
flat? The horizon line don't curve. You never noticed that? Do you
But
know
see,
these
you got to
motherfuckers
understand the
done
job of
actually
a
went up
cloud.
high as they could? Huh?
I said you got to understand the job of a cloud. If that's the case, water is moving up. That's what people ain't understanding. You know, the water moving up, it's
That
moving up slowly to where it's building them clouds to release it back down again when it
no,
rains.
it's not now that's the moon. That's the moon and the sun is which causes high and low tides. That's what causes the water level to rise.
All right. If that was the case, if
Yeah,
that was the case, then why ain't no tides in a pond? Why ain't no tides in a cup of water? Why ain't no? That means if it's a full moon and it's controlling the water,
you,
why my water still be still in these little lakes and ponds and shit?
see now that's out of our pay grade. You now that's where the all the scientists and the biologists and the marine people and everybody else
That was a good
ask
one.
them
That boy
same type
said
of
that's how my
questions.
pay grade.
But you got to think the
it
earth,
ain't enough vibration in a little pond. I would think it ain't enough
but you got to
water.
think,
Man,
but
bro.
but
Listen,
not
bro.
even that though. Okay, the oceans and the seas make up this world. So and they contribute to the biggest part of the sustainability of life cycles and life just as we know it on Earth. Without water, there's nothing. So water is the biggest thing that what makes the earth move and make it turn and make the earth what it is.
All right, then let me ask you this because I want to know. All right, just to debunk. I want to hear what type of because y'all can't use gravity for this one, right? I'm in a fucking helicopter, bro. Right? The
Uh-huh.
Earth is fucking spinning, bro. I levitate the helicopter, right? The ground never leaves. I'm come down in the same spot every time.
Hold on, you said what, Boney?
I'm in a helicopter, right?
Uh-huh.
I hover the helicopter and I stay up there for 29 days. Fuck.
In the
When I come
same
down,
place
I'm
where
a,
you hovered. Okay.
right. If the Earth's spinning, that's impossible.
But see, that's the whole thing about it though. The way the
The
earth
whole
is,
thing, right?
but the way it is moving, or even if you want to say spinning, I don't want to say spinning. I want to say rotating.
Yeah, it's
So
rotating.
we have to. That's spinning, man. Okay, now y'all
But
tripping. 'Cause
but
in
but
order
see,
to
but
on your
but
model to
science.
get nighttime and daytime, the Earth got to spin. It's the only way you can get nighttime and daytime on that model.
But
Okay.
listen, a Ferris wheel rotates, and one of them swing rides, they spin. So we gotta stay on rotation
Okay,
instead
so
of.
so that's like the same example. If I'm going 90 miles per hour and I throw the ball up, and right where I throw it up, and I didn't travel some feet further than when I threw the ball, it's gonna come right back down to me.
Right,
So
because
that's
you're enclosed in something. Now stand on top of that train and throw the ball straight up. and that ball gonna leave your ass like that because you're moving.
Yeah,
Understand?
but
I mean, I'll agree that we enclosed in something, but that still don't take from the fact that the Earth is like a globe. And let me just give you a science test in your head. Remember that gyro ball I was talking about from the Jurassic Park movie? Now think if you fill that gyro ball up halfway of water, and every time that gyro ball spin, guess where the water gonna be? At the
it's gonna
bottom.
be
Still leveled out. It's
It's
still
gonna
gonna
level
be
up
level
just like
flat.
the sea.
That water not gonna spin around. The
And guess
steam gonna
what?
go right up under the water.
It's gonna level out like the sea. And if you can look inside, it's gonna be some little deposit water dots at the top of it.
Okay, then there go your clouds. Here's what I'm saying. The water always find its level, right? No matter where you pour water at, it takes no shape. It stays flat. No matter what experiment you do. Water
okay.
don't make a ball in case you blowing a bubble. It's the only way
Okay.
water makes a ball. All right, so if it's all leveling out to its container, then what's containing something flat? Now, if you can make water into a ball with nothing holding it, I'll be a globe head forever. You give me a circle
But you
water.
can't. All you gotta do is freeze
Oh
the
my
water.
God.
If you
Freeze
freeze the
the
water, then you
water.
can manipulate it though,
You gave
right?
me a circle ice, man. I said water, not ice. Don't give me
But it
frozen
is
water,
water
man.
though.
but yeah, but ice
If
is water.
somebody
It's just in another
All right.
form.
you made
Okay.
a
All
water,
right.
right?
So you saying that?
But if
No.
somebody
So you
frees
saying
you,
that?
you
You
still
saying
the
that
same
globe is
person, right?
ice? Then you would have to say the globe is all ice to even use that example. I
No,
said
but
make
you got
water
some
form a
ice
ball.
planets though. So what about the ice
We're
planets?
talking
You
about
got
Earth.
some.
We're talking about Earth. Earth is round and it's wet water. It ain't frozen. It's a lot of it. I'm talking about gravity holding billions and billions and billions of gallons of water down to the ground, but a bird can fly over them same gallons of water. You understand? It makes no sense. Matter of fact, y'all prove a globe. I don't have to prove the flat Earth because you already know it's flat. You wake up, you see it's flat. You see the horizontal line, it's flat. You look up, the sky stretched flat, everything flat. And then these idiots came and told me, my teacher, Miss Naylor, she was like, the globe? Let's pull out your globes.
See, but this was crazy. This how globe Earth can't be debunked. This is what fucks y'all up, flat earthers. So you telling me if you get in a rocket and go to space, everything you said was shit. Soon as you break that barrier, you see what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying they never went to space, so that's where you can't use that with me as a flat earther. You ain't getting out the firm. You see them
But all I'm
rockets
saying,
curve, God damn it.
if,
Listen, you see them
if
rockets go up and curve, and them motherfuckers drop somewhere, man. They're not landing on no goddamn other rock and just land
No.
on it. I'm
they
here. Oh, all that shit psyops, man. That's
So
fucking NASA.
in the
if
orbit,
you
Explain to me this,
Google,
both of y'all. Hold on. All you do gotta explain this to me. NASA. Go to NASA website. NASA's pictures of the Earth, right?
yeah.
They got like 100 of them. All of them a different picture. All of them a different color. The land size is different. They modernize it higher and higher. It's CGI. Do you know what CGI is? That's how Star Wars formed they shit. And that's what NASA doing to y'all. Do you know NASA makes $70 million every single day off tax money? So if you want to know why they deceive you like this, and they want you to be captured, so if they tell you it's a ball, you're not gonna keep exploring. They wanted the explorers to stop exploring. So they said it's a ball. So they got people thinking, well, if I leave, I'm just gonna go in a circle. So we don't find these hidden lands. Y'all gotta wake up, man, to what the deception really is. Even
okay,
Kyrie
See,
Irving told you it's
so what
flat.
about the
He didn't.
celebrities? So you know they offer space trips, right? For like several $1 million, you can get on a space
Remember,
shuttle. And
NSYNC tried to give them 3 million, and they ain't taking. People
who?
have tried to pay NASA to go to outer space. Look, and then when they tried to publicize one, what happened? You remember Judy Resnick? That shit blew the fuck up.
the
Okay,
Period.
so
child.
She's
what?
not leaving
So
here.
what you telling me, Boney, is this is all
She's
there
not
is?
leaving here.
So is this all there is?
No, it could be a lot of these. They can't make it to us neither. Them the lands they hide. You dig what I'm saying? This shit is infinite. It don't stop. It ain't like I can go straight and then fall off the edge of the fucking earth. Now I don't. A lot of flat earthers say we surrounded by a ring like a fishbowl and all that. I'm telling you, if it is surrounded by a ring, it'll take you 10,000 years to get to it. Period.
Hold
Why
on.
can't we fly over Antarctica? Why we can't go to the North Pole? Can't nobody in the world go to the North Pole right now? You can ever how much money you want. You just want to fly and go to Antarctica and see the ice wall. Why can't you do that? Why is it against the law? I mean, what they hiding, bro?
I mean, I just thought it'd be a disaster. It'd be so many deaths by even trying to go there and
No,
do
you
that.
already got Admiral Byrd saying he flew over there, and it said his fucking plane went on autopilot. They took over the controls of his plane. They landed him in Antarctica. The motherfuckers down there said, y'all doing too much up there. Y'all destroying this shit. And if y'all keep fucking it up, we gonna fuck y'all up. And told him never to come back here again. He leave. He tell them what they
That
said.
was
This why
two.
Russia
Oh,
won
I
the
don't
war,
know
because
that.
Russia was fucking with these people. But he leave and tell them what they said. And they passed a treaty never to go to Antarctica again. Listen, you're not allowed. This shit getting blew up. Period. So if they got all these little tricks and if it ain't straight up and down, what is all these little lies for? What is they for? To deceive people, man.
Yeah, I thought they were protecting
And
human
why
life.
would every religious
Oh,
book
it's
say it's
going
flat?
on.
Why would everybody that's woke says it's flat? That I know, period. I don't know nobody that been studying forever and then they still think it's a globe because they're not opening their mind up to free critical thinking. They just whatever I learned, whatever somebody taught me, and that's what it is. Instead of testing that knowledge, like okay, yeah, how is they fixing on satellites when they got these big ass gloves on? Can't even pick up a hammer.
See, no,
Up
see,
there
but
just building shit. Come on, bro. Come on,
but when you
bro.
think
Don't
of statistics and everything, flat earthers is just a small fish in the pond. You see what I'm saying? Why is the majority of the world on a globe Earth, but only like 5% of people, period, believe in
you
flat Earth?
serious? You serious?
Yeah, I mean, just for the simple fact.
Man.
All right, look at this. NASA. Compare NASA to any flat Earth experiment. NASA gonna be beating them by like 5 million subscribers. You see what I'm saying? So we talking about 5 million to 5,000. So you tell me, if you would you rather go to a farm with 5 million food resources?
They've been running the psyop. They've been teaching every kid in every school since the 19.
I mean, but you still gotta use
They actually
statistics.
did it to you. They did it to me. I used to believe in a globe and I would get the quote and all that. Mars got pyramids on it and all that dumbass shit, dog. I used to do all that. Yeah, they spent the rover up. Yeah, it's picking up dirt. Yeah, man, that shit CGI. That shit a fucking Star Wars movie. That ain't no real shit. If they went to the moon, right, and then they said first man steps on moon, right? Why the fuck was it a camera out there recording and get off? The cameraman was the first man. That's how you know it's fake. And how the fuck Nixon gonna call him from a landline?
Because
He
like
called the
the
moon from a
technology,
landline. Remember the phones we had where you had the rotary? He called
yeah,
the
but if
I'm telling
technology was more advanced in the government, wouldn't you think they can just have a chip in this phone of the president already to be advanced as
you.
2000
No, you
already?
gotta look at it yourself. No, you have to literally. You'll see how preposterous. You wouldn't even
I
argue
know what
this.
you're talking about.
Right,
That old rotary phone with the straight little
right.
handles.
Did you watch when Nixon called the rocket? Did you watch him talking and all that? If you didn't see
Yeah, I
it, then
saw
you
him
just
talking.
man, you ain't see that man on no goddamn phone, or you would know that was fake as hell.
I mean, not when you understand microchips and anything.
All right, then all right, here go another one. You know how like You on the ground, right? You look up in the air, right? You see the moon, you see the stars, you see the clouds, right? Get to
Right.
the moon and you look back at the earth, you don't see no stars. Nowhere. You don't see nothing but the moon and earth. You don't see no stars, no planets, no debris, no rocks. So you know it's fake. The image they're giving you is fake because we're having all these stars.
See, what I
That's
know
what's
is,
going. They disappeared. Come on,
I
bro.
mean,
Wake up,
space is so dark. Look, space is the biggest, darkest thing you could possibly imagine. So if the biggest,
bro.
darkest
If I
thing
can
you can
see the stars,
possibly
listen,
imagine,
man, you don't get it. Why can't I see the stars when I'm on the moon? Simple question.
the sec the same way you can't see a diamond if you in a pitch black closet.
You can't see a diamond in a pitch black closet. So that was the terminology. Now listen, that's what make it a pure
No,
diamond.
you
Listen, listen, bro.
how you gonna see a diamond in a pitch black closet
What's
and you
up?
can't even see
Listen,
your
if I'm
face?
I'm on Earth, bro, and I'm looking up and I see stars, right? I go to the
Hmm.
moon and I look up and I don't see shit. Mind you, this moon ain't even burning my feet or nothing because it's bright as hell up there on the moon. That shit's so bright. It was dark as hell when they landed on it. But the moon is so.
Okay, now
Bro,
that's
wake
now you
up,
actually that
bro. Wake up,
see that's
bro. Huh?
that's actually a point I made to I want to say Huey. Damn, I did just slip my damn thought.
I bet it did. What the fuck?
No, man, it was damn. Why the fuck I just forget about
Yeah, man.
that?
Teachers lied to you, K. It's simple, man. It ain't
Hold
that
on, don't
bad. It ain't
switch
the end of the
already. Let
world.
me
You was
switch my
lied
settings
to.
to my
They
chat.
told you dinosaurs exist. They told you they found the bones from them. You believed them. It's okay. Until the museum tell you, oh, all these are artifacts. These ain't even real. The museum tell you that, but it's cool. You believe them lying bastards. That's cool. And unindoctrinate yourself and reteach yourself, or you're gonna fall behind. That's all I'm telling you. I could tell you billions of lies. The government lie about everything else, but they telling the truth about this. Yeah, Christopher Columbus found America. Yeah, that we all these niggas over here from slave boats. Yeah, how many lies they gonna actually tell you before you say, hold up, y'all motherfuckers lying motherfuckers, and do your own due diligence. You see what I'm saying? Once you get to reading other things that they didn't teach you in school, and people that's smarter than any teacher you ever had in your life get to talking that shit to you, you like, damn, I never looked at it like that. Until you do that, you're just gonna be hard headed and stubborn, and you're gonna stay right on the deception, the grand deception. You
I
understand?
mean,
And
it's a form of deception. But what do you think when you use common sense? They say, yeah, the government lied to us in 1950. But guess what? They all dead. All the people from 1950 is dead. So now these are a whole bunch of new people. They lying too, or you think they would try to come push the truth? That's what I don't understand. People say the government lying to you. All them motherfuckers is dead.
Fuck me down.
who did?
Huh?
No, they
Most
didn't.
of
They
the
they
people.
they teaching my kids that same shit right now.
So
So they
you
taught
saying
them
they
that
lying
same
to
shit. They
their
teaching my grandkids that shit. They gonna say it's round, but I'm already tell them it's flat. My kid gonna go to school, act like it's round, so they can get the good grade, learn their side of it, and gonna know the truth. So they gonna act like they believe, yeah, it's wrong. They gonna know the speed. Do you know they say we moving through a vacuum at 10,000 miles an hour, right? 10,000,
Yeah.
right? So now listen.
Charge your phone.
But then when we break the atmosphere, boom, to go to the moon, the planet should leave us like that, bro. As soon as we break our orbit, the planet should just leave that rocket so fucking fast to where you got to at least go 15,000 miles per hour to catch back up with the motherfucker. Okay?
Inside.
Do you know if? Never mind, man. I can keep just jabbing and throwing punches. I want to know, why do you think it's round? Besides what NASA said. I mean, just say you just a newborn baby. They all of a sudden just turned 15 years old. You say, what tick do you think what we living on is? What would they say? See, that's why it's called indoctrination. They say it's flat until somebody tell them otherwise. So boom, they make sure they get you in the first grade. They can't just, man, they can't wait till you in high school to try to teach you that shit. You're gonna be like, ah, nah. You gotta catch them when that brain growing. Don't nobody want it, because you know it's wasted time if you go against it. All that time you put in learning about all these stars and all these Nubarus and all this shit. Now you mean to tell me I gotta discard it? I ain't gonna do it. You understand?
But like I said before, all the other planets and stars is a fucking circle, a sphere. Why would we just be the flat one out of everything, the closest to the sun?
We the only thing, because we God's people, remember? Because you can't live on a ball and he needed somewhere for us to be at. Remember? That's why. We're not that shit. We're Earth. That shit is that shit. You understand? You got a hockey puck and you got a basketball. Simple math.
So we the hockey puck by 8,000 basketballs, huh?
Huh?
We one hockey puck. So we just one hockey puck surrounded by 8,000 basketballs, huh? We the black sheep of the planet.
I don't know. I think them are sources of light, though. I don't know why y'all think they planets. It's light. All I see is lights. I don't see how y'all say that's a planet.
Why you say what is a planet?
They don't got waterfalls on that shit. Ain't no trees. Ain't no bugs.
Every planet is different, though.
But you want to compare this to something you see in the sky, and then they tell you the shit they go in the sky ain't got nothing on, but this got everything on it. So you can't compare apples with oranges, bro. You can't do it. We're not that. We're this. You understand?
Hey, I just watched a thing last night where this one planet is made of all diamonds. They said if you was able just to grab a bag full material from there, all diamonds on Earth would be worthless because that's how much diamonds would it be.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's a lot of different shit in the planets, man.
And if you wanted to compare apples to oranges, you can compare them by saying that they're fruits. They have a comparison. They're fruits.
And we planets.
Wonka.
Hey, that was a good one. That was an uppercut. Y'all niggas spawn it out.
I don't think McDonald's ain't got it no more.
I mean, so some of the planets ain't even lights though. They just like, it's this planet that's so dark. They said it's like coal, but they said it's so hot. When they do get a picture of it, it looked like a red dot, like a piece of coal that's on fire. So some planets is dark. Like I said, some moons and suns defy the laws of science, you know, from how as we know it. But like I said, it's a whole other playing field when you're talking about the cosmos or space or orbit. It's different mathematics. People will say something about how I don't understand how you can see a rocket going how many thousands of miles an hour, but once it get to space, that shit gonna slow down because it's like it's a different world. It's like you can't breathe the air. You see what I'm saying? And you just floating. So I mean, you need momentum. Momentum is the only thing that's gonna push you in space. That's why they say that, they think our can get burnt up when the sun expands and knock us out of orbit, but we hoping that it just pushes over far enough so we don't get burnt up. You see what I'm saying?
Man, who told you that?
Just
see what I'm saying? It's not.
Watch
It's a fairy
the
tale.
channel.
I need to use one of these.
Hey, that's all I watch. Well, not all I watch, but I watch a lot of science channels, scientific about animals, planets, all that. National Geographic, NASA. I'm there, and I've watched so much of it that I use what I know out of my everyday life to know that that shit is real. Like I just watched the NASA channel. So what you think they doing? I was watching last night. This is like a satellite just touring the outsides of Earth, and you know how NASA got their little channels, and they're just touring the outsides of Earth. And I have people that say stuff like, "Well, all the pictures that you ever seen was Earth. It's only a painting." And how you said it looked different every time. It looked the same to me. That's what I don't understand because I see it. I see how Africa's shaped. I see the Americas. I see the dot where Antarctica at. Now it's a different color sometimes, but that's when you understand in weather. You can look at your news and you'll see how it got a red at the top, green at the bottom, and blue, depending on how the weather going. But then you can watch at it tomorrow. Now it's blue at the top and it's green there and then it's red. You know what I'm saying? So that looked different, but it's still the same map. It's still the same format. It's just different colors determining the temperature. From what I understood. So what be different about the Earth when they show it again from space? It's the same. It looked the same to me. It's just different colors depending on what weather blowing through there.
But and not even that, they using different technologies. They might use a sonar camera, they might use a radar camera, they might use ultraviolet, they might use different camera lenses to get different shots to see what they can see. Because something you can see in the ultra red, you might cannot see in the ultraviolet. So they use different rays and stuff, or whatever the word is. Something.
I mean, even just taking the fact that we see clouds, right? We see the clouds is moving. So therefore, if I was in space looking at Earth, it's gonna look different in that perspective because the clouds gonna be moving. We already had people saying some clouds is worth weigh thousands of pounds and shit like that. I mean, so you got big masses of clouds moving around in the atmosphere, and it's like, I mean, it would look. I mean, it would look different just for that shit. You might get some clouds mixed up, shaped like a piece of land until you get close to zoom in on it. Your camera froze, shiny shine. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? No, get to.
Oh, I'm here, man. I had this. Yeah, I'm here, man. Yeah, I do. I feel y'all the shit wrong,
Okay.
man. I'll be upside down when I'm going down to the other side of the globe. I just don't know it, but I'm upside down. I get it, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. I know the people down there see the same stars we see. They wouldn't be able to see the same constellations we see if they at the bottom. You understand what I'm telling you?
Mm-hmm.
It's common sense. I don't know why y'all making it so difficult. See, y'all did all that studying, and y'all mad that y'all put all them hours in to be lied to. Baby girl pump faked you, man. You thought she loved you.
Bodie funny.
You believe in the Bible? The Bible say laid the earth flat. He say I laid it flat and immovable with four corners. Remember, that's in the Bible. With a firmament. That's Bible teaching. I don't know. We can believe the teachers then. I don't know. I'm telling you, I see flat. Everywhere I go, I get in an airplane, fly to California, I see flat. 12, 13 hours in the air, flat. Ask veteran and then when they flew to their country, was it flat the whole ride? Did nothing nose dive? Don't no boats nose dive? Don't nothing go straight up?
Yeah, but see, but yeah, I'm in agreement with that too, Boney. That we're living on
Yeah, I
a
don't
flat
believe that neither.
living on a flat plane though, like, but the earth itself is not flat.
It's gonna make a lot of stops.
Because you gotta
Gonna
think
redirect.
though. Because you gotta
Gonna
think though.
redirect.
So okay, let's do it like this. Remember, y'all was talking about filling that spear up with water. At the
Yeah.
bottom of the water, it's at the bottom, at the very bottom of that spear where the water at, it's round. But as it starts to move up and the final surface, it's going to be a flat surface. And you got to
Yeah.
think that's the what would that be, the dimension or the something of
No,
the spear.
it's called the me area. That's what helped me out. Like I was talking to this dude named Bro Sanchez, and it helped me have an understanding to my truth, actually, to where I think the globe is still round, just exactly like I thought, but it's a me area where you got, where it's all flat, like in between. I don't know if he was ever explained that when he was showing the tourist fields, but it's a flat space in between the middle where you got the clouds and you got the ground and you got all the air that we breathe all in between there. That's called the me area. So I'm in agreement to the me area, but on that same note, it's a globe earth. It's like having it's just having a ball with a fucking remind you of a ball with a thick stripe down the middle that goes all the way around. And in that thick stripe where everything stuff look flat, that's the me area. I mean, so
Oh, I got my new thing picking me up, Kay. Ooh,
huh?
I got my new thing picking me up. Got a new thing. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, I heard you saying something about that you were stressed.
Oh man, big stress. It's a long story, cuz.
Hey, loving hip hop, my brother. Gotta pray about it. You gotta pray about it, man.
I know, man. That's the one thing I haven't done was just prayed about it. I mean, but I already know what I want. I need out, but I just ain't in the position to get out. And if I get out, it's gonna be on bad terms, just how it is, and it's gonna end up with me going to jail. And I'm cool. I'm working too hard.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go that way. I guess how we say is pray about it. Hey, but something I want to share. I do. I named it. I don't know what it is. I call it finger pointing, to where I just turn to a scripture in the Bible and just read from there.
And it just hit me like I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I'm about to be sick. Oh yeah, I started. I don't know if you seen me sweating. I was sweating and everything.
Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. I thought I was muted.
On the back of your head.
Oh shit, you good? You good? Hey, where my damn lighter at?
Yeah, drunk ain't shit.
Yeah, man.
So why you gonna put on Facebook? Yeah, just learn.
I'm trying to get Ron G up in here.
I'm just saying, you should have said it.
Ron G ain't even slid through yet.
Back in the late, came and laid down with you, know what I'm saying? And woke up ready for work, rejuvenated, like, buddy. I mean, hey, friends, just chill. You never slept in the same bed as a friend?
No.
What?
One of my girlfriends, like when I was in school, and they slept over.
Yeah, I got a question for you. If
you say
we
what?
got all these planets, right? I got a question for you. We got all these planets, right?
Yeah.
And it's like 3 of them in front of Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Hey, Earth, hit that mute button. 1300 Earth.
What you say, Kay?
I say, if you ain't talking, just hit that mute button so we can hear everybody clearly when they do come in. Love hip hop.
Love and hip hop, baby. Okay, go ahead.
Now look, you got 3 planets in front of the Earth, right? And them bitches lined up with the sun, right? But we don't gotta look through those planets to see the sun. You see how much sense that don't make? We see the sun, straight shot, boom, there it goes. Ain't no planets in front of that motherfucker. But the model they give you, them planets is in line. Quit playing with me, man. Wake up.
Okay, now I don't know if you understand, but we are the next planet closest to the sun. So we don't have to see no other planets. We do. After the sun is Earth.
Oh, after the sun
Hey,
is Mercury. Now you
hey, so
crazy.
hey, wait, K. So
Yeah.
why
After
my
the sun is
bestie
Mercury.
just said the Earth is round?
Huh?
She said she believed the Earth is round.
Because she was
Yeah, it
taught
is.
that.
That's what we are. That's what I
Everybody
believe.
was taught that. That's the whole thing.
Do
She
you
was
have
taught
any
it was
things that
round.
support?
What else you gonna think it is? I bet you believe in dinosaurs too. You understand?
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe next Thursday.
I mean, I believe in dinosaurs. How can you look at a crocodile or an alligator and not believe that it was dinosaurs?
The dinosaur was the size of the fucking Twin Towers. That's how the alligator.
No, it
ain't the
wasn't
size
that
of
big.
no
They,
goddamn- Whatever, they was bigger than houses, bro. Motherfucker was
yeah,
bigger
like a
than goddamn
brontosaurus or a
27
brachiosaurus.
feet, 30 feet tall, 80 feet tall,
I'm
80
man.
feet.
Friend, man.
Come on, bro.
Looking for paycheck to paycheck.
You think a bone can last? You think if I buried you and came back to get you a million years later, your bones would be there? Crazier than a motherfucker. That shit turned into
Damn.
stuff. That you will return, bro. Or we'd be finding bones everywhere from people and shit.
I bet it's a lot in Antarctica. They done found woolly mammoth part. That's where they find them big elephants and mammoths at, down that way. In the
Why
ice.
the only people that found these big dinosaurs was what they call architects? What is they called?
Archaeologists.
Archaeologists. Ain't no normal person found shit never. It's always them. Why is that?
But actually, depending on the region, normal people have just stumbled upon the bone, and then they took it to the researchers, and then that's when the excavations and shit started.
And then they said that's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
We gonna put the title of him. We gonna give him his name just so we have an understanding of it, and then for the future generations to understand it. We don't really know what the fuck they call it, but we gotta put a name on it.
Yeah, just for it to be identified.
The Most High fucked up. What's happening?
No, but how can you say that?
The Most High fucked up. He did. He destroyed.
How can he say that?
Said, I messed that up. And then he destroyed man. So he fucked up twice, right?
No.
And
why? Okay. Now let's talk biblical. So why did he destroy man?
That he realized the world was no longer round.
I mean, I've been knew the earth was flat. You probably just never thought about it or even researched it or even looked into it to even see what I'm talking about. So, you'll just be asleep, you know what I'm saying? But if you tried to debunk it,
There you go.
Well, I'm trying to wake y'all up, man. I'm sent here to do that. I'm bringing y'all the truth. That's all I'm doing. I don't care if y'all take it. I ain't gonna make my ship sink or move. What I'm telling you is common sense over the bullshit.
But whose common sense are we supposed to be going off of? Yours or our common sense? Because mine ain't the same as yours.
Your own two eyes and your own. Is y'all driving? Shit flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flat. Is it flat? Do you look around? Is you spinning at 1,000 miles? No. Is it flat where you at? Yeah. Yeah.
But did they make it flat though? We made this flat. You look at
you see that butt?
He's just looking at his eyes, but like she just said, it's the gravitational pull. It's all about the gravitational pull.
And it's called the theory of gravity. Gravity is not a.
Oh, hey, Bonnie, hold on. Hey, she just said you small-minded.
No,
yeah.
Yeah, you're small minded. You got to think outside the
That's
box.
what they do, man. They crack jokes and shit. Once you stink, the truth hurts.
I said
God
you gotta
damn,
know the
man,
science behind it. You gotta
it
know more
hurts.
than what you know. You
That
just keep
shit
going.
hurt, don't it?
Hey,
Don't it
hey,
hurt,
look,
Johnny?
But that's
hey, look,
Johnny, don't it hurt?
it's
right.
just a he say
She right though. You got to know the science behind everything. You can't just go by
Man, I
just
know
looking
about
through your
the
eye and just.
whole earth, man. I'm telling y'all about y'all model. Y'all model spinning at 3,000 miles per hour, moving through a vacuum in space at 10,000 miles per hour with no disturbance.
But it's all
That's
kind
y'all
of
model.
disturbances. When a star explode, a planet explode, that causes a disturbance.
Bro,
A
I put you on a
nova, a
Ferris wheel, right?
supernova. I
I
call it
put
a
you on a
supernova.
Ferris wheel, and I spin that bitch 3,000 miles per hour.
Yeah,
You gonna
whatever,
fly off that
whatever.
motherfucker.
I'm sick of
Common
you.
sense.
Ready?
Did you know
I
our
guess
sun
gravity.
that we know today? And I know that sounds far, but in 20 million years, our sun is just going to be basically the size of a North Star until it eventually fade away.
But we got more than one sun, though. We got multiple suns out there and multiple
That's true.
moons.
That's true.
Yeah, and I
So,
think it aligned once the sun started expanding and fuck our orbit up.
Now here's
There's
what.
possible one day we have
Now
a
here.
this is just what,
Hey, hey. In the words of the Lord.
like this is my
In the
cousin just
words.
started this for him
In
today.
the
But
words
it's
of the
another
Lord.
guy that actually
He laid the earth flat
and do everybody
like a
around the
carpet.
world can tap in and say how they say
Hard
what
is
the
that?
fuck how they feel
Terrible. I guess God ain't know what he was talking about.
about
Dude.
whatever the discussion is.
Oh, okay.
So if
This
you
is today.
just
I mean,
branching
at
off
what
of
point in time, I know this don't sound right, but I think God thought he messed up and
Did you
did
know
it
God
over
said
again.
he made the ground? Did you know God said he made the ground immovable? But you telling me it's spinning? Did you know that? You do know that, right? You
ooh,
really
I would
calling
say
God
that
a
one better.
liar,
I
right?
like that one. Why can't we go back every time?
Okay, now
Y'all
just
do
by
know what
that.
y'all doing.
We can walk backwards though.
Okay, but he said the ground was immovable, but you got to use your common sense when you know there really is earthquakes. The ground moved, right? Split apart. Sometimes it make islands. The ground moved.
Nah,
So don't you call an earthquake the ground move? Don't the ground move when you have an earthquake? Yes or no?
yeah, the ground move when it's an earthquake.
Okay, so then you take immovable, you take that and you use your common sense.
Now hold on. Now look. Say I got a motherfucking table, right? And I sit a piece of clay on that motherfucker, right? And crack the
Mm.
clay. It's still sitting on something flat. So the shit that's earthquaking, it's shit under there. It don't like you fall forever if the earthquake open. So this ain't the bottom of the earth, the whole surface. So when it crack open, it's still shit down there. You gotta dive in the ocean, it's still shit at the bottom of the ocean. So you can't just say an earthquake, something cracking on top of the table means the earth is moving. He mean that shit ain't spinning, and he knew y'all motherfuckers was gonna come stand that shit with that satanic teaching shit, and he knew it. And he said, "Motherfucker, it's unmovable. That's a dome over it." He called it a firmament, man. Quit playing.
See,
Okay.
now that's
His
when I
son
use
gave him,
flat
and they
earther
was trying to
psychology.
reach him. Reason why he got the firmament because they was trying to reach the heavens. He said you will never be able to make it, and he it's a dome over it for that very fucking reason. You ain't leave. You here, boy. Look at a rainbow. A rainbow reflects the shape of this fucking container, bro. That's how you know it's a fucking dome over it, a cosmic age. So when that rainbow arch over, remember, bro was hitting you with the pu- 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 whatever rays, crepuscular rays, and the
Mm-hmm.
way our model is, it heats up one side of the earth and it's so far away. You know how you pull a flashlight away, but then you move the flashlight up, the light signals in on one place. If the shit was 93 million miles away, which y'all probably didn't even know that, y'all just anyway, it's supposed to be 93 million miles away, right? Lighting up the whole side of the fucking earth. You wouldn't be able to get sunspots on fucking oceans. where it's the sun directly going to a certain area at certain times. It's too far away. The whole sky would be lit up. Period. You wouldn't
Yeah, I
have.
see. You saying God ain't great enough to do that. That's what you saying.
God ain't great enough to do what? I'm telling you, God said it was flat, bro.
God, you saying God ain't great enough to
I think
project.
God said it was flat. The Quran say it's flat. The oldest teachings say it's flat. Period.
Okay, so you
You
know how
don't
we
believe
use
it's
flags.
round? Motherfuckers in 1950 when you went to elementary and they started moving this NASA program, acting like the first of the moon. Russia and all of them was doing it, trying to get money out the people. America was doing it, trying to win an election. And they just kept running the shit because they've been making so much fucking money. Why stop it now? You heard Kyrie Irving say this shit flat. He's a millionaire. He know. He know. You heard Shaq say it's flat. He know. Motherfuckers know. They just don't want to get ridiculed and called stupid for telling stupid motherfuckers that think it's wrong. So we get called stupid because we wake their ass up. They'd rather listen to Miss Naylor in the third grade that get paid to tell you that lie instead of somebody doing it for free telling you the truth. It hurts.
Oh, okay, well, you know how people use flags to represent who they are and what they stand for. Tell me a
Is a
country.
flag flat? Is a flag
Tell
flat?
me, but just tell me one country that got something about flat Earth that represents them. What country does that? Just give me one country that shows their flag, their anything that got to do with a flat Earth. Out of all the countries in the world, which one? Because I ain't seen one flag that's talking about flat Earth, but I've seen countries with a globe on their flag and spheres. Can anybody answer that? So yeah, I guess not, because I would think out of all the powers in the world that if flat Earth was the truth, somebody's flag would be representing flat Earth, which they don't. And like I said, man, I do something called finger pointing. Sometimes I read scriptures out of the Bible. Let me see what we have here today. Since I guess I can't get my answer, so I'll just go here. Ezekiel 12, chapter 13. Woe to the foolish prophets. It says, and the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, prophecy against the prophets of Israel, whose prophecy, and say to those whose prophecy out of their own heart, hear the word of the Lord. Thus says the Lord, woe to the foolish prophets who follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, your prophets are like foxes in a desert. You have not gone up into the gaps in the build a wall for the house of the Lord of Israel to stand in battle on the day of the Lord. They have envisioned fertility and false divination, saying, thus says the Lord, but the Lord has not sent them. Yet they hope that the word may be confirmed. Have you not seen a futile vision, and have you not spoken false divination? You say, the Lord says, but I have not spoken. Therefore, thus say the Lord God, because you have spoken nonsense and envisioned lies. Therefore, I am indeed against you, says the Lord. My hand will be against the prophets who envisage futility and who divine lies. They shall not be in the assembly of my people, nor be written in the record of the house of Israel, nor shall there enter the land of Israel. Then you shall know that I am the Lord. Now, what I got out of that is that we got to stop following these false prophets. We got to start getting more into the truth. And a lot of people, they get far away from the truth, and they envision these false prophets, which you know, they haven't even seen nothing with their own eyes, and they still want to, preach that, like whatever they're saying. And I mean, I just want to get the truth out. Like I said, I'm always up for debate. Try to get these facts together, and whatnot. Oh, let me get my
Yeah, you know
brother
how
in
when
here.
that phone ring, yeah, you know how when that phone ring and shit, you gotta leave out and come all the way back in and shit.
Oh yeah, I hate when that shit do that. But yeah, I basically was. I don't know if you heard me. It was in Ezekiel 13. I just had read a scripture. Woe to the foolish prophets. I ain't gonna say who that sounded like. None of us. Yeah, man. Can you hear me, Sir Drop?
Yeah, I heard you said the foolish prophets. But just know a man
Yeah.
wrote that, so you can write one too, man. God done came to you and
Huh?
told you shit too. I said the Most High came to you and talked it to you too. You can write a Bible if you wanted to too. Man wrote that. Ezekiel wrote that. Shadi wrote that, bro.
Hey, but that's
Yeah.
what I do with the Bible. I do finger pointing. Like I ain't, I
Like daily
I haven't.
bread. Shani, you know about that daily bread. That daily bread, one of the coldest shits the Bible ever came up with, man. Where they like they give you the books in jail and shit, but the daily bread had the day and everything and what you can expect today. Like it had Monday, it had December 14th, Saturday, such and such and such and such and such and such and such, and it seemed like it's talking to you, dog. And they got it
Yeah.
for every single day, so people will wake up every day and read their daily bread and shit. That's the dopest shit they ever came up with, and they use all
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah, and I actually was thinking of the daily bread this morning because I got so much bread on my damn table. I was like, man, let me turn my camera this way. Let me move all this bread. It could be like the daily bread out this way. But yeah,
Hey,
I
hey,
do
man, we
something like
can
it.
loosen up a little bit too, though, man. Get this shit. Who you think going, man? Who going to the ball? And we could talk about some safety. Yeah, I'm telling you, the score is gonna be 17-21. No, no, I'm gonna
Man,
say 27. I'm gonna say 27 to 21.
the Chiefs. What's the Chiefs? NFC or
AFC.
AFC?
Yeah, cause you know all that shit is symbolic, man. The fucking wicked ass demonic people be fixing the stage and that shit. Like how like when New Orleans Saints won, it was the year of Katrina. You know what I'm saying? That year the Patriots won. It was when the Twin Towers fell. It's like it be all then when you look at the halftime show, they do all them rituals and shit, ritual dances and shit. It's all Satan, man. That's why when they say first off, I want to thank Jesus and God. They're not talking about the Jesus and God you're talking about. Them motherfuckers talking about the God on earth, the devil. That's why they live with all the money and they live heaven on earth because they blessed by the devil. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit be staged and fixed and to put their little Masonic numbers up and they motherfucking little symbols and shit. All of them got Baphomet symbols. Like the Rams got the horns, the Steelers got the 3 stars, the Raiders got the crossbones, the it's all Illuminati shit, bro. All them
Man,
motherfuckers.
I'll say it's gonna be 13-31. Can't Baltimore play New Orleans? Might be the Ravens and the Saints.
Think the NFC gonna
13.
get beat like that?
Yep, 13-31. Hell yeah. Drew Brees fucked me up. Drew Brees faggot ass probably gonna win. He gonna throw that shit to Michael Thomas like a motherfucker.
So you think the Saints can actually lose 31-13?
No, the
Hell no.
Saints gonna win.
Oh, so you think somebody like the Chiefs deep they gonna roll over? One of them offensive teams gonna roll over.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Ravens. The MVP. The MVP gonna roll over. He gonna be banged up so much this year because they pumped him up
Now,
to be super.
my far fetch though. My far fetch is the Bills versus the Vikings. I know that ain't gonna never happen, but they're my upsets.
Ooh, yeah, that's a double. That's real upsetting.
Hey, but they
That's
can
so
do it.
upsetting. The NFL would be mad because they'll lose money with that motherfucking matchup. They gonna be like, oh hell no, man. Unless the Bills win it. Now, if the Bills win it, it can be a story. But we know damn well the Bills ain't about to win that shit. Them motherfuckers is cursed.
Nah, they ain't letting no Bills win it. Remember Jim Kelly won 3 years in a row. Them refs like, nope. It's all the refs, man. That
Yeah,
motherfucker
hell
call pulling
yeah,
up.
man.
Right.
And you know, through all our football conversations, you know who we ain't said shit about throughout years now and through conversations. We ain't said shit about Thurman Thomas. They made sure that motherfucker be buried, and he was actually dope as fuck with his ugly ass face mask.
Hell yeah, he was dope as fuck. Hell yeah, that damn what's his name? Bruce Smith.
Yep. Yeah, he still was one of the best ends in the game.
Hell
Shit,
yeah.
he a Hall of Famer. I don't think Thurman Thomas got no Hall of Fame status yet, though. I don't know. I gotta look. I would think he should, but I know Bruce Smith did.
He might be in there. He might be. I doubt it. There was a couple backs like that. You had Freeman McNeil. You had Garrison Hurst. You had people that just forgot about. Roger Craig. It's like,
Icky
damn, who's
Woods.
who?
Icky Woods.
Yeah, the Icky Shuffle. Kevin
Yeah. Hey,
Kraft.
I thought Eric Metcalf would be a name that stand, but Eric Metcalf could probably be put to sleep with the other names.
Yeah, he was see if he played in the day's game, he'd be real good because he's more of a receiver back. He really
He like
introduced that.
James White.
Yeah, he's a little better than James White. I
Yeah,
don't think it's
yeah,
remember Herschel
yeah.
Walker. Herschel Walker made Donald Trump. Remember Herschel Walker went to the USFL, then Donald Trump
Uh-huh.
sued it, and that's how Donald Trump got all that fucking money. Not ain't how he got all that money. That boosted his money like a motherfucker. That's how I should
Mm.
have known he would be a president. He already had a whole football league. It's even hard to own a team, let alone own a league. That boy
Hell
been
yeah.
talking.
Hell yeah, that boy Donald Trump, man, he been getting Michael Jackson and Prince's money, all that money, about $35,000 a night. Do that shit for about 7 years. Shit.
That's crazy, man. That's
He
so
flipped the
fake, bro.
game.
Look, they got a book called The Last President, right? This shit was wrote in like 1860. Why I got a picture of Donald Trump's son on it. And the story is really all about Donald Trump and all that shit. And this was in the 1800s they wrote this book, man. It's called The Last President. That's why motherfuckers worried right now. They say he the last president, bro. And they be saying the end coming, but I don't think this shit gonna ever end. I think it's gonna end as what we know it. But no, you can't stop energy. You can't put energy out, and that's what we get with energy and water. Like your heart magnetic energy, your brain magnetic energy, your body, everything fluid in your body is made out of water. And then you got your skin and shit that's made from the dirt.
Yeah, yeah, but shit, you don't think the sun gonna turn back to a star and barely lose all its light gradually? You ain't ever seen that study? How they said when it basically when it basically the sun gonna damn near blow up and turn to the size of basically Polaris about
It ain't
the
did
time
it
is
ain't did it yet. Well, it ain't even did nothing close to it yet. It ain't even going towards that. It's actually getting hotter. They actually get to talking about global warming and all that. But did you know the sun ain't the only source of heat? Do you know it's one of the least forms of heat on the fucking earth? Do you know the sun is closer to you in the winter than it is in the summer? Did you know that? In the winter, it's the closest to the earth, but it's the coldest time. You
see
understand?
now I heard y'all say that, but I'm gonna have to double check into that because when y'all said that, I looked at something and that was not the case.
No, because it's a source of heat. It's not the only source. Like just like you could be standing in the sun, but when the clouds go over the sun, you get cold until the cloud leave the sun. So we know it's a source of heat, but it's not the only form of heat. Them cold fronts and hot fronts is what we need to figure out. The seasons that move through this plane. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what that shit
Hmm.
is. We don't know why winter's coming and all that. But then by
But
their own
see,
science, put their foot in their mouth. And after the one said the sun is closest to the earth on winter, right? But then they said the sun ain't even moved. So how the fuck is it close? See what I'm saying?
because it's expanding. It's like
Now
blowing a
we
balloon up. You know how
no, we say the sun moving in a spiral form. And it's how you get nighttime after it back all the way out. It becomes nighttime in a spiral and it comes back in. It becomes daytime. And that's they doing a dance, the sun and the moon doing a dance. Sort of like they show you on figure skating when you get the eclipse. Never mind that part. But yeah, shit big.
see, but this what I think the trick is. This is why I think a lot of flat earthers is mistaken of how the movement is because you're not thinking of it. What it is just like a movie. You know how some movies they get in the car and it look like they driving, but they not driving. It's really just the background movie. They really just sitting in the car the whole time shooting the movie, and everything is just moving past them. They not even moving.
Right.
And and I think that concept got I think a lot of flat earthers uh, mixed up. Like how you said the sun is moving or whatever a little bit, but really it's just expanding. It's not really moving. And gravity and the gravitational pull of the planets,
Man, I'm so sick
you
of
know,
hearing gravity. Y'all be saying gravity like that's just it's like so
it
it's
it.
so debunked, man. It's too easily
I,
debunked.
I mean, it's a fact that I don't know how people can't
All right, listen, boy.
believe it.
Why these questions never get answered? Why these why these questions never get answered, right?
900 feet.
Gravity is pulling down. You know how heavy 10 gallons of water is? A trillion tons of water is pulling it down. Gravity, bro.
Proceed to the route.
Don't touch the butterfly. It's like I ain't gonna fuck with the butterfly.
Right.
Retarded. Now gravity got canceled. It's called density. Something heavy will fall. What go up must come down. It's called weight. It's nothing pulling that back down. They trying to sell you that space shit. So you can say you float in outer space. There ain't no outer space.
In a quarter mile,
I mean, okay, so how couldn't this let you know that there's outer space? If we have a hurricane, we're going to use a global view, and we're going to track hurricane from the middle of the ocean, wherever it's at, and we're going to tell you where it's going to hit at and what day it's going to hit New Jersey from a
You can do that
global
on
standpoint satellite. So they're
you
going to
can do that.
track the storm the whole time. And then when Thursday get here, boom, they was right. That was the storm. That's Hurricane Hugo. It's crashing up on the shores
I have nothing
of
to
New
do with no.
Jersey.
I don't have nothing to do with a globe though. Let's put it like this: if I'm driving, right?
Hmm.
If I'm driving, I mean I'm in a plane and I'm doing 300 miles an hour, right? And
Hmm.
against Earth spin, I should never be able to make it to my destination because the Earth's spinning at 3,000. So if I ain't going 3,500 miles per hour against it, I
You,
mean with the flow, I never make it to my destination.
no, you see
But
now.
you
See, you can't
will
say it
if
like
you
that
use
though,
that
Boney.
gyro ball effect that I was saying. Look. Think if you was just ants inside of that gyro ball that I said of from Jurassic Park. Now, if you was an ant, but just say y'all made airplanes and a population inside there, if you use that same science, the gyro ball can still be moving, but wherever you going inside there, you still gonna get to right where you getting, and it's gonna still be there because you inside of that ball that you
Oh,
said you agree with.
so now you're a flat earther. I get it. That's cool too.
No, I said you remember
I,
when I was talking to bro. I understand the me area,
no,
that
I'm
area
saying
in the middle
top of a
with
ball.
air and all that.
Listen, that what you just explained was inside of a ball. I want you to show me something on the outside of something moving
I
that
just
moves with it.
told you
Not
how we track
what?
storms. We tracking a storm. We know exactly where it's at from a satellite that we got that's out of this world. And
I'm not
how did
saying
we know that it was going to hit the shores on this day if that globe satellite ain't up there looking at it, watching? They showing us, oh, it's about to hit. Look, it's now it's reaching. It's passing New Jersey. Oh, it's actually about to hit Florida now.
why they do that on a flat plane again. I'm lost. I don't know why you're using that as an example. What I said was, or you know the rotor, right? They
Right.
say gravity sticks you to the rotor, right?
Uh huh.
Right. All right. That's because you're inside of the rotor. Stand on the top of that rotor, and it's throwing you off. It's throwing you. If you want to listen, man, we ain't spinning. That's rule number one. Gravity is nothing but weight and density. Um, the firmament, everything under the sun and moon and all that is not 93 million miles away. That shit right there, you looking right at it, bro. You're not looking. And then they'll tell you something stupid like the light that it takes so long to get here. The light that you looking at was like last month or something dumb ass shit. These mainstream scientists telling you this shit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they saying if a star burnt out right now, we wouldn't know for 1,000 years. But that's how long it takes for light to travel to the Earth. Like I'm some fucking idiot. And then they want me to just keep rocking with them, no matter what lie they tell me. I'm supposed to be like, yeah, scientists. Man, no, science it's called theories. These stuff they talking about ain't facts. It's called scientific experiments. A scientist himself would tell you our job never done. Never. So it's never a fact to a scientist for real. And any scientist that claim a fact is a fucking fraud. It's
Okay,
called gravity
but
theory of gravity. It's called what's the whole word for gravity is I know they even tell you though, even tell you it's a theory. It can't be measured. They can't show you gravity. They can't bottle gravity up. They can't. So they just put hey, this is how it's spinning because you understand how the fuck I'm gonna get the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. That mean on the other side of the earth, it's supposed to be dark time with no moon. You understand? You see what I'm getting at with this? So when you go
See,
outside and you see that moon in the daytime over here in Akron, just know China ain't got no moon right now, or the shit don't make no sense. Period. You can explain that, then you might have to go try to find a scientist.
that response to
Oh,
Globe Busters, that one response to Globe Busters explains that. That's why I be
because
saying like,
every every time he tried to debunk dude really fired him. I was agreeing with the other dude every time the other dude came in. I'm like, the other dude, right?
even with the seasons and how he showed how if the Earth was flat, that how when he put the moon in the sun and how that shit wouldn't make sense. Only from a globe view if it
Yeah.
was spinning on its axis. See, but
Uh,
look real quick. I'm looking out the window. I'm seeing it snowing. Motherfucker said
kind of
flat
low.
earthers that told me that man made this damn snow. Man made this damn snow. And I'm like, come on. That gotta be the most illest shit. That gotta be the illest shit, man. They said man made the snow, and I'm looking outside and every car got snow on it. And this is for cities and counties and stuff away. And somebody would
And they
actually
snow
a man
machines,
made
man.
this.
Shoot, man,
Huh?
they got snow machines right now. You can buy, bro.
To
Somebody.
populate counties at a time, 4 states at a time, sometimes with
I don't know. You
snow and
kind
this
of
shit.
look like
Huh?
I said I can barely hear you. You kind of low.
No, I was saying that's got to be kind of ill for somebody to think that man can make it snow over like 4 states at a time.
Yeah, I know, man.
Like,
Make it rain. I know, man. Make it snow. I know, man. Make it flood. I know, man.
Hey,
Causes the earthquake.
hey,
I know the tsunami with the sonic boom.
hey,
I know
hey,
all
K.
the shit. I know the eye
yeah,
of the
Hey,
storm.
Roger.
Usually the
Hey,
number
Rod.
fucking hurricane don't fucking look like that. They
yeah.
just throwing a
I think I'm
alphabet
falling in
symbol up
love,
there.
Rod, already. I'm
No,
falling in
welcome,
love.
sir.
I'm falling in love. I'm the emoji face with all the hearts coming off of them. Eyes, mouth, ears, nose, toes, fingers, lips.
Hi. Are we ready or do we still need? I want to Can I get the French toast? Would you like it with cinnamon?
This guy said he in love.
Brown.
What'd you say, Rod?
I said you said you in love, huh?
Yeah, I'm falling in love. Oh, here go. I'm about to get a card from Miss. She sent me a picture.
Hey, you know what I'm about to say? Hey, Sean, you know what I'm about to say? Hey, well, it
What's
looked like
that?
you ain't no flat earther.
You funny.
You said you was tired of that flat earth, huh?
Oh, I said everybody's tired of it. I know I'm tired of it. I can't stand talking about it.
I said you tired of that flat earth.
You talking about me?
The meat lover.
No, Shawnee. Because he was trying to get his girl a butt job. Because my sister do the thing, the esthetician stuff, and she be doing butt things to make their butt fatter. I said, she
I got a
tired of
question.
flat.
Monterey J, y'all got pepper jack?
Unfortunately not. We only carry American.
That's cool.
That flat power got that nigga leaving.
Perfect. I'll put this right in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Okay, my
You hear
cousin.
me, 1300?
Okay.
He said you can get this one for 1,000. Get him
You said
800.
what, Bones?
My earphones about to go dead, so I'm about to hop off here for like a minute or two.
Okay, you gotta charge your shit up. Yeah, shit, man. I need to come more prepared, anyways, man. I was hoping, I ain't got that many subscribers on my shit. I thought I was gonna have the whole gang up in this joint, but I can always fire up another panel eventually. This was just a little tester, a little more morning build on the early side. Can you hear me, 1300 Herb?
Yeah, I heard you, Rob. What? No, I didn't hear you actually. What you saying?
Oh no, Boney had said he was. No, I said I was being funny. I said I should have said. I said you tired of flat Earth.
Well, y'all got another discussion you want to talk about? You got something else? I can talk about anything. We can talk about the Bible. Yeah, I know a little something. I know a little something. Any questions, Boney? You got any questions, Boney?
No, he charging his headset up.
Oh,
I was saying that this was just one of my little practice builds. I actually kind of rushed it. I wanted to at least have 6 people in the panel so we could start bringing people in with questions, so we could have gotten a bigger debate. So,
always tripping.
what I'm thinking of is just starting the whole thing over again.
I'm listening.
You hear me?
What'd you say, Kay?
I said I'm thinking of starting the whole thing over again. Like get Ron G and them together. Ron G was on this bitch yesterday and shit. And my dumb ass, I wasn't even recording it right.
Funny. Hold on real quick, Kay. He said he serviced them before he selling them. So
he's just doing it like he buys cars from the auction or whatever and fixes them up and sells them.
yeah.
And what's wrong with the car? It's older.
He didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing.
Push them though. There's something. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the car. What needs to be fixed in the near future? You know what I'm saying? Because your thing is you can't put money in the car right now. You don't want to get a car and spend money in the car.
Okay, hold on real quick, Rod.
All right.
I'm still here though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just. Whoa, girl, I'm in love, Rod. I'm telling you, she knows what she doing. I feel like a lame right now. I don't know nothing. I'm a baby trying to walk again. This shit is funny. Okay, Nick,
you said you're trying to walk again, man?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to walk again. I'm getting ready so y'all can look. Oh, we can look next week.
You said you was crippled, huh? You was.
Yeah, man.
You said you was crawling. Yeah, man. So what I'm thinking of, man, shutting this damn thing down and make sure I have some more people in here. This is one of my beginning stages of the program. You know, politicking. What's happening, babe? Yeah, I'll go with you because I got to go too. I got to go to the dentist. My dancing. Right. Ooh, I gotta put some creamer in this motherfucking coffee. Shit. Best part of waking up. All right, let me get this together here. Hey, 1300 Herb, let me know when you back, man. I'm about to mute my mic real quick. My mic gonna be on me, my camera. My bad.
Thank goodness it's not hurting too bad. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Guard, I'm in the middle of this thing, man. All right, I'm gonna take a little brief break, man. I'm thinking of starting this thing all over again, but hold on, give me a minute. 1300 hertz. Yeah, and that's beef. You know, niggas wanna be all in the street, talking about that's about them. You know, wanna be Hollywood, off in them streets, catch me off in them beats, and they heated. Looking at these niggas like beat it, hot like acid, raw like ether. Niggas might call for your people. Blowing blunt in the middle of the session. Niggas talk shit, get hit. Smith and Wesson. Water back seats. It ain't all about you or all about me, and that's beef. And that's beef. And that's beef. And that's beef. Niggas talking real like they all in them streets, like they all about street. They ain't all about beef, and that's beef. And that's beef. And that's real. And that's real. Coming through, Saber
Hey,
tune.
Rob.
Niggas see me in the sunny.
Okay.
Yeah. Niggas talking shit. Tell them all about the money.
I'm tripping.
Really going Johnny spinning in the parking lot. Can you hear me? Fans real hot because the niggas sparking live. See me in the hood like with the clothes. Niggas getting hit, turn the toast. See me with the toaster. Hit you, get your gold, flashing Testarossa. Nigga talking shit, we just doing what we supposed to. Used to be oyster sort of searching for a pearl. Seen big boys, now they searching for the girls. Niggas with the M trying to move all L for Gianna's on the track. Now they talking about hell. Moving 250, $160. Nigga knowing beat, nigga. Hey, you got that lighter back? With me. AR-16 aiming straight at you. You got that lighter?
Boy, 1300. But today, came to politics to you about the world you was living in. You know.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Rob. Yeah. And they tried it. And they lied and multiplied it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you. From the roads from tomorrow. From the day and yesterday. They try to tell you that we were slaves. I tell them, fuck the United. Wait. Line you up with skates. Iron to your face. Tell you what it really ain't. Tell you that you was a slave and didn't know you was a king. Man, had everything. Golden ring, clashes, clay, come through with the cash today. Making money, they making money, they taking money, all black, call it Jamaican money. Yeah, tell them we got what it takes. But they take swinging with the stakes. Raise the stakes, now they made the weight. I tell them, wait, man, fuck the United. Hey, hold up, in your chest like, yeah, I know you feeling stressed like, they told you that. They told you black. They told you that. They told you whack. They tried to tell you Christopher Columbus found it, and the Mexicans walking in from the first day, lying in your face from the Aztecs, blast text, ass necks, when they crucify the king. Hardcore kamikaze type coming up when they make ninjas, then they killing competition. Rip you up like the engine. Brain gone, ignorance, now you never know. Knowing what it takes or what it took, now they shaking hooks. Yeah, sit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bill for today, man. You know, I'm just getting this started off. Should be getting bigger and bigger as we go. It's your boy K Rob Blue, Killer King Bride, signing out. I'm gonna thank my people for coming in and participating. I'll probably fire up another one of these bad boys a little bit later, man. I want to thank my boy Sir Drop and 1300 Earth for today's views. Like I said, man, if you into debating global Earth, flat Earth, religion, tune in to my channel. Hit the subscribe button. K's Up TV, K Rod 13 Lou, and I'm out.